Hey everybody, Harry Newhand here. Glad to be with you today. It is Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time for our weekly Facebook Live. I hope you had a great week this week. I sure did, and I hope you all did too. It's funny, we got snow here in Michigan today, and kind of late in the year, but we got some snow, a little bit sticking on the ground, none on the road, but it's pretty fantastic the way it was coming down here pretty aggressively. Okay, so what I want to talk about, I think is really, it could be a breakthrough for you. It could be a real big breakthrough for you. And I was at a training, 3-day training, about 6 weeks ago, and it was really impactful for me. And they had a special guest there. Her name was Barry Bumgardner. And Barry is well known in the industry. Got an amazing story how she started over late in life and just made some big waves. She's masterful in business. She's actually the one that's creating these Zoom rooms where you see Tony Robbins with all those monitors all around the whole room. She's the one that actually creates that, and that's her company that does that. And of course that changed the dynamics of how we do events, live events. Now we can touch every corner of the world without leaving home or without leaving our office or our room because of the Zoom. Anyway, she's brilliant. And one of the things that she shared was something that I didn't know, that almost all sales and offers, there's common problems and there's common solutions. In all markets, all languages, objections fall under only 5 categories. 5. Okay? So here's the biggest one. And I shouldn't say the biggest one. Here's the first one. But what I want to do before the first one is explain to you or share with you what she shared. And she shared that your biggest objection that you're going to get from your clients is probably the one that is your objection. If someone to bring your product or service or opportunity to you, what would be your objection? And that's generally what you're going to experience out there. So yeah, you want to think that through. Okay, what is my prospect thinking? What are they going to object to? If you know the objections before you do your presentation, before you do your introduction, before you do your invitation, it'll exponentially increase your results because you'll be able to get in front of it before it actually happens. I actually learned this going door to door. We were selling cable TV door to door, and we knew that there could only be 3 objections. And once we mastered the response, along with a few other things that went in place, our sales exploded. Our training, our duplication exploded because we were able to teach those quicker and so forth. So anyway, here's the first one. We'll do this in 5 weeks because it would take too long to do it all in one. But I want to do the first one for you. And I want to do it this way. The first one, by the way, 60% of your results are going to be believing in yourself. 60%. The other 40% are tactic, strategies, and skill level. Of course, believing in yourself is a skill level, but I want you to get that. 60% is your belief in yourself, and you'll get results that way. So here's the first one. The first one is probably most popular. I don't have time. So when you approach somebody with an opportunity, they hear it, I don't have time. What I found out going door to door and teaching my team is that very rarely will somebody say, no, I'm not interested. What they usually say is an excuse, a reason, or objection. And what that actually means is you haven't convinced me yet. You haven't sold me yet. You haven't given me enough reasons to move forward yet. So understanding that time, when somebody says, I don't have enough time, if you go a little bit deeper. So here's an answer for that. The answer is, well, tell me more about that. And if you truly come from a position of giving, if you truly come from a position of caring, you can go one step further. Listen, I want to help you through it. Tell me more about that. Well, I've got this going on, because here's the reality: is what I've learned is that the problem or challenge is generally 3 levels deep. It's never on the surface. What's the question behind the question? What's the problem behind the problem? They say, I don't have enough time. Well, what does that look like? Tell me more about that. Well, I got my son plays baseball. My daughter goes to dance class. I got to have dinner ready at a certain time. I work all day. Find out what the reason is, what the excuse is, the objection is. It's not that it's invalid. It's probably completely valid in their mind. It's probably completely valid. They may have limited time, but what does that actually look like? Do they have no time 7 days a week, all year long? Or do they have no time during the week? Do they have no time to listen to your presentation? Do they have no time to go to a meeting on a Thursday night at 7 p.m.? Do they have no time? Does it interfere with one of their activities they've already got scheduled? So find out what the reason is. If you know that going ahead of time, you can ask the right questions. You can ask the questions about their schedule, about their calendar, about the days of the week that are busier than others. And then you can mold your presentation or mold your invitation around that. So if you, instead of saying, can you come, or if I send you a link for tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, will you be on this live presentation? No, I can't. I don't have time. Well, it doesn't mean they don't have time forever. It just means they don't have time at 7 o'clock tomorrow night to be on a live presentation. So if you ask the question beforehand, what's the slowest day of the week? What day do you have 15 minutes that just to yourself? Then you can get the answer before you come up with the offer. They say, well, slowest day of the week is Thursday night. I finally can breathe. I got time. Say, great. If I send you an email with a link in it with a 4-minute video, will you take a look at that? It'll explain a lot better than I can. How about if I call you Thursday at this time? Are you free? What time on Thursday do you finally get to relax and breathe? And you work around that schedule. So ask the question behind the question, find out what that is. Go a little bit deeper. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. The time situation. Is it time of day? Is it time of week? Is it this week it's busier than any other week? Today's tax day in the U.S. So if you're an accountant or a CPA or somebody that's dealing with taxes, this last 2 weeks you probably didn't have any time because you're crunching against the clock. And so that's legitimate. So if you ask the question, well, tell me more about that. Say, listen, I'm tied up until April 15th, or April 18th in this case, because it fell on a weekend. I'm tied up until April 18th. I'm free after the 20th. How about if we talk after the 20th? So ask the question appropriately, which will guide you to a more favorable outcome. And don't just cut it off. So tell me more about that. That's the key. So I wanted to leave that with you. Next week, we'll go to the next one. So the first one is T, which is time. It's 1/5 of all objections are going to fall under these 5 categories. So with that, you guys have a great day. By the way, I want to welcome all the new people that came on board here. Those of you that didn't know it, I offer a free coaching session. Any of you that are brand new to the group, if you're interested in a coaching session regarding your recruiting, your sales, your presentations, your invitations, your wording, your messaging, feel free to, or your prospecting, feel free to reach out to me. Send me a message. I'd be more than happy to set up a free consultation with you, or a free coaching session, just to let you know that what I can do, and hopefully I can give you some ideas to bring some awareness to what your challenge is right now, because your next level of greatness is on the other side of the challenges you're dealing with right now, whatever that challenge is. And you all have greatness inside of you. So welcome all of our new members. Appreciate you. Feel free to engage in the group here with generic content and some wins. If you had a win, you recruited 3 people last week, just throw it out there in the group. Put a message out there. Give other people encouragement. So let's get some interaction going on between the members here, and we'll have some fun. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you then. Bye.